This is a look at the Gizcam GZ20 Pioneer action cam, which is waterproof down to 30 meters. Very impressive. It arrives packed in this manila cardboard box, good strong packaging and very functional, and includes a very wide range of fittings and accessories. Cable ties, a bracket there which I haven't actually used, spare rear for the waterproof casing, lens cleaning cloth. Now I have to admit that some of these components have been taken apart, but this is because I've been using the camera to try it out. But just to give an example of what the pack actually includes, it's pretty much everything you could possibly want or imagine, right down to a little security metal strap there, 3M sticky pads and USB cable for connecting to a computer. With all these various connections, it is a little bit of mix and match, but the beauty of these is they are all so versatile, they all fit together, everything just slots into each other, and they're secured by these screws. Each component has a screw like this. There's also a cross head there if you prefer to use a screwdriver, and everything slots together and screws into place like that. So you don't actually need a screwdriver, so once you're out and about, anything can be taken apart and put back together again. It's a universal fitting. They're all universal parts and they slot together like that. Admittedly, that isn't a pair that actually goes together, because you'd be looking for a pair that actually has a screw through it, but really that's just to show how they all fit together. Very, very easy, very smooth. This is the bike bracket which I've just been using. That just screws together over the handlebars, and then you can slot a different unit on. Again, just choose whatever suits you best. This one for example, and then screw through here to hold it in place. All very, very easy and very straightforward. And if the camera is mounted onto that, it also has the advantage you can adjust the angle. But really all of these fit together so well and are so versatile. There again you can see how smoothly everything just fits together. In the case of this one, because I've got a broken thumb, I've had a bit of difficulty on this particular one, also because of the angle, so I slipped the screw out of the plastic casing and just used a screwdriver on this particular one. But that's because I'm a bit awkward at the moment. Most people won't have a problem with it at all. One thing which has really impressed me with this camera is it arrives with not only one battery but a spare. The battery lasts about an hour, so you've got 2 hours of filming from this set of batteries. So that's a really good impression there. I've never known any other camera come complete with a spare battery. So full marks to Gizcam on that. Very, very thoughtful. This is the instruction manual which comes with the camera. I have to say it is a little bit disappointing. The print size is very tiny, so it's actually a bit of a struggle to see it. It's also not especially comprehensive. But it's really not a major problem because the menus are so intuitive that it's very easy to work out how to use it. So let's have a look at the camera itself. This is it. A very, very small, compact, tiny unit. Fits easily into the palm of my hand. It's lightweight and the controls are very easy to use. This is the power button on the front, which switches the camera on and off and also switches between modes. The button on the top acts as a shutter release and also confirms menu choices. To the side is an up arrow, a down arrow and the Wi-Fi connection, and on the other side a computer connection, USB connector and the micro SD card which fits in like that. I'm going to take a look at the menus, just really to show how simple, straightforward and intuitive they are. I won't go through them all in turn, but just really to give you an idea. So switch on the camera using the front power button. Just press it for a second and it switches on instantly. This goes into the default mode, which is video filming. Press the button once more. Now goes into camera mode again, and now you're into the setup menu. To navigate between the menus and select options, press the OK button on the top, and now for example you can choose the resolution. This camera films in up to 4K, which is very high resolution. Unfortunately we don't have any means of playing back 4K, we don't have a 4K TV or monitor here, so I'm just recording in standard full definition at 30 frames a second. You can also film at 60 frames a second, which is good for making slow motion recordings. So make your selection and then press the OK button on the top. Then you can move down into loop recording, for example. This option enables you to film files of up to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or until the memory card is full. Time-lapse recording is good for recording the sunrise, the sunset, or maybe a flower opening and closing through the day. As HDR recording, you can either have the audio on or off. I have to say that the audio does tend to be a bit muffled because of course it's filming through the waterproof housing. You can film in slow motion, add a date and time stamp. The motion detection is useful because if you're using it on a bike or in a car, for example, as soon as you're on the move it will switch on automatically and then start filming. Images can be recorded in up to 16 megapixels, 14, 12, 10 or much smaller sizes right down to VGA. The sample shots that I've taken to include on this video were shot at 12 million megapixels. There's also a self timer which will take photos after 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds or 20 seconds. Sharpness settings, image stabilization and some general exposure settings as well, even a white balance, which I wouldn't really expect on a camera like this. It can also film in colour, black and white or sepia. The camera is now on my bike. Operation is very easy. While cycling along, the camera is very easy to use. While cycling, you can reach with your forefinger to press the front button and turn the camera on, and then just press the top button to start recording. And you'll see there's a little red lamp flashing there. That can be difficult to see while you're actually cycling, but there's also a blue LED that flashes here, and while cycling along that is very visible, very easy to see. To stop the recording, obviously just press the button on the top again, and you'll then see that the red light goes out and the blue lamp becomes solid. Then switch the camera off by pressing the button on the front.